Wesley and Will.
Welcome to another episode of The Other Side. I'm Wesley.
I'm Will.
Today we've got a few topics we want to talk about. First off, the new trailer, Star Wars Rogue One, or rather Rogue One, a Star Wars story, tale. Interesting trailer showing a lot of, obviously this movie's about, the rebels have discovered that the Empire is building, the Death Star. Or, well, they don't know what it is, but they know they're going to test some new weapon, and they want to know what it is and how to destroy it. And so it looks like they hire, I don't know, what, mercenary? Is that who you take her to be?
I have no idea what she is. All I know is I'm surprised it took them 20 years to find the damn thing.
Yeah, I know,
but
right?
The trailer looked awesome. I was super excited for it. Obviously, being the Star Wars nerd that I am, got to see some AT-ATs in it. We got the rebel base. We got a great shot of the Death Star, and I assume that's the Emperor. I'm more excited about this movie than I was.
Yeah, I really want this movie to do well. If it does well, then we're gonna see more, from this genre. And there is so much that I still want Yoda. Okay, I want Yoda. I want Yoda. The guy was in 5 Star Wars movies. You don't know anything about him.
Yes.
Anyway, in other entertainment news, Walking Dead and backlash surrounding it. If
you watched that last episode, I'm sure you felt just like this.
Anything else?
I felt like that the end of last season. We covered it in an earlier episode we did on The Walking Dead, where I'm just kind of out on this. Telling the same story over and over and over again works for a comic book, but when translated to a television show, pretty soon people figure out you are just telling the same story. Group finds shelter, group thinks they're going to be happy, shelter gets destroyed, here's another bad guy, another bad group.
Negan is not just another bad guy.
No,
he is the
bad guy. Yes, he is the bad guy, and he had to be worse than the governor because the governor was bad enough. Especially, Governor on TV was worse than Governor in the comic books, barring a couple of things that wouldn't have translated to television.
So it'll be interesting to see just how bad Negan is.
Yeah, and
how do they up his asshole
cliffhanger? I mean, can you kill a character twice in one season? I mean, granted, the first death was a fake out, and then the last death is, you don't see who he's hitting, but, I mean, come on, if you followed the comics,
right,
will it be a switch?
They have switched before,
and it could be.
It would be funny if Glenn, because Glenn did die.
Yes. Just like,
it would be funny if they switched it back to Glenn.
Back when the governor killed Herschel, that was supposed to be Tyrese. They kept him alive just so they could kill him one season later.
In a pointless death.
For no reason whatsoever.
So, but I think it's going to be interesting to see if they are going to put all of this in one season, because this storyline takes place over such a long period of time, and then where this final conference, where Negan ends up, are they going to take 2 years, 2 seasons?
They might, and here's actually a good question: is as this show keeps running, if it keeps running, how close are they to catching the comics? Because that, can cause problems if they begin to overlap where the comics are.
They've followed the comic book so loosely. I don't see that as being a problem. If they were going to draw a story out, this is the one that they draw. The Negan. I would be shocked, honestly, if they kill him or they deal with him in this first season, because there's so much story to tell. There's other what do you call them? Settlements that get discovered, or civilized groups. There's other groups that pop up in the story. Like at the end of the season, we saw the guys ride in on their moped armor, their bike armor, and help.
I'm pretty sure they'll keep him around because the governor didn't last nearly as long in the comics as he did in the show. So
if you were upset by the cliffhanger of this, and if you don't know anything about Negan or whatever, you can do some research. He kills a lot of people.
Yeah, he's a psycho.
Get ready to be more upset and throw temper tantrums like... because it's only going to get worse.
Speaking of shows with disappointing finales, Star Wars Rebels. What'd you think?
I was...
Then I will avenge his death.
Revenge is not the Jedi way.
I am no Jedi.
frustrated. All right, this whole since Ahsoka Tano, if you don't know anything about Star Wars Rebels, go back to the Clone Wars or why Ahsoka Tano was an important character. Basically, with the Clone Wars series, which was way better than the Star Wars prequels, they introduced a character to basically soften up Anakin Skywalker because we knew Anakin was supposed to be the badass that becomes Darth Vader. So they give him a student, to work with. And this character, when we first met this character, I didn't like her at all, but she grew on you.
She's just an annoying kid.
So finally, at the end of Clone Wars, she basically leaves the Jedi Order because she has some problems with them. So when she comes back, and we know Anakin's Darth Vader now, we're waiting for this confrontation, and that's what they start off season 2, the first episode, basically building towards the end of this. So we get it, and we get it in I think it was 3 minutes tops.
Yeah.
With very little dialogue between them. Darth Vader lies to her for a little bit. No, I killed Anakin, and then she realizes it's him, and it was just it was so much build up for me for this show, and I thought the ending was this season was
very anticlimactic finish.
And what made
it in a cliffhanger way, where it's like you spent your entire season building up to this moment, and then you end it on. It ends very ambiguously between them.
It was basically a draw.
You want to spend next season building the rematch now that she knows who he is, instead of just getting your payoff, really giving the fans what they wanted.
We brought Darth Maul back. Why? I don't know.
He's marketable.
He's going to hunt everybody. He's pissed at Sidious. He's pissed at, remaining Jedi. I would love to see him do a confrontation with Obi-Wan. That'd be kind of cool. But anyways, I just thought it was anticlimactic. Whatever, I'm still a sucker. I'll watch season 3, which I guess Rebels is only going for a couple more seasons.
Well, yeah, it's Disney.
Anyways.
I mean, they cancel everything.
And they'll be moving. The word on the street was the next series is going to be between Return of the Jedi and Force Awakens, which I'm like, hey, that could be kind of fun.
Lots of story to tell there.
So, enough of the Star Wars stuff.
Moving from that, also coming out, new movie, The Conjuring 2.
This is my home. Get out now.
No, this is not your house. Now, what's your name?
My name is Bill Wilkins, and I'm 72 years old.
What do you make of that voice?
Sounds confused. Is he senile?
The voice on this tape is coming from an 11-year-old girl.
We don't talk about horror movies enough. We're huge horror fans. Conjuring 2 looks like it's going to be good. I hope it's as good as the first one. If it is as good as the first one, it's going to be amazing. This story focuses on the 1977 case, the Enfield poltergeist. One of the most covered poltergeist stories. Some people say it's a hoax. Some people believed it. It's got pictures. Actually, if you just type in Enfield poltergeist, you get these 3 pictures of little girls supposedly being thrown off of her bed. They're very creepy pictures, but maybe that's because they were taken in the 70s, and almost any picture from the 70s creeps me out. It just doesn't look quite right.
Now, again, if you're not familiar with the first Conjuring, go back and watch it, because it is one of my right now all-time favorite
Focusing
horror
on the
movies.
Warrens,
Yes, they
very
investigated
the Amityville Horror. The movie Haunting in Connecticut was based off one of their cases.
So they've had prequels, and it's basically a 4th film based on that.
Based on just their case
looks
studies.
Awesome.
And the trailer does look creepy. Most certainly the nun, yeah. No, that's nuns and clowns, fucking creepy,
Which brings us to our last topic of the day, Batman and Superman.
But what is the conflict between Batman and Superman going to be?
Why does anybody care? We know how this movie's gonna go. I'm Batman. I'm Superman. Fight, 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 fight.
Yes.
Now we're friends. Let's kiss and cry and make up.
Well, yeah. Okay, this next part is complete spoilers, so if you haven't seen it,
our whole episode's been spoilers. We don't
video
give a
off right now. But I can't not talk about this movie without talking about just the bullshit. Okay, The Dark Knight Returns, strong story. Superman Doomsday, strong story. You put those two stories together, you take away most of the impact from both of them. We don't see a resolution in the fight between Batman and Superman like we see in The Dark Knight Rises with Batman Returns, with Batman faking a heart attack, faking his own death, and Superman knowing he's still alive, and the little knowing smirk, he's just gonna let him go. We don't get that. Instead we get, my mom's Martha. My mommy's Martha. We should be friends now. What the fuck? And then we get...
when he goes and saves Superman's mom, and he's like, I'm a friend of your son's for 5 seconds!
Yeah, and not even to get into how Lex Luthor...
How did the Joker put it? Fight.
Yeah, fight. We're friends now for no reason. Then Doomsday. Okay, Okay, when Superman died in the comics, it had real emotional impact. And if you don't believe that, just watch some videos. I'm sure you can find them on YouTube. Watch some videos of people wearing black armbands in comic stores because Superman died. It was impactful. Because why? Because he was invincible. He was Superman, and he was the same character that had been around, for all these years, and then finally he died. When Superman dies at the end of this film, this isn't the Christopher Reeve Superman. This isn't the comic Superman. This is Man of Steel Superman that we've gotten to spend 1.5 movies with. Yeah. We haven't really got much of a grasp. And he doesn't die the way he does in the comics, a one-on-one knockdown dragout against this almost unstoppable foe. Instead, it's this 3 versus 1 with a kryptonite spear. Why does Superman have to use a kryptonite spear to kill someone that he killed in the comics with a single fucking punch? It's pointless. And how did Doomsday kill him by stabbing him?
Because he had the kryptonite in him.
Yeah, kryptonite. Okay, kryptonite.
The movie did surprise me because there were some scenes that I really enjoyed. I thought the fight was, for what it was really good. It was shorter than I thought it was going to be. I liked, there was cool scenes like the Batmobile going around the corner and he basically slams into Superman. There was really cool stuff. Superman made such a big deal about going after Batman. Someone's got to stop Batman. He's out of control. He branded one guy, okay? Yeah. In Batman Returns, we've said this before, he's done with villain. He is done with Gotham's bullshit, and he's wiping out everybody.
Yeah, Dark Knight Returns.
One guy in the movie, and Superman's like, I gotta shut him down. Yeah. I blew up a whole fucking city, but I'm fucking stop Batman. You're over the line. No, you're over the line, Superman. That's why your ass got killed.
Yeah, it was pointless. Wonder Woman was cool. Having her fight Doomsday, it was nice seeing Wonder Woman get her due.
Really good.
And Lex Luthor wasn't as bad as some people said. I think he's okay. He's a fine actor. It's just a different interpretation on the character. But my whole opinion that this franchise
we all wanted to see Mr. White. Wait, Ben Affleck. Well, Wonder Woman. We're gonna have to find some. Or no, he doesn't call her Wonder Woman. It was like we got to find some of these other people. If you haven't seen the movie, they find this information. It's got all these other heroes like the Flash, Cyborg, and Aquaman. Sorry.
Meanwhile, back in the halls of justice, Aquaman's making a sandwich because he can't do shit.
But and he's like, I failed. Just a fucking.
Yeah, I failed him.
I laughed in the theater because he's like, I failed Superman in life. I won't fail him in death. I'm like, what are you talking about? He was the greatest. He was a great disaster. He was the greatest. I gotta wipe him out. This son of a bitch can destroy.
I'm literally moments away from stabbing him with my spear of destiny.
Why are you talking about my mama? Why are you talking about Martha?
Yeah, it's just. Yeah, I don't care about Justice League. It's I'll look at these DC movies as like Marvel light. If you don't have the attention span for the universe that Marvel has created, then watch these DC movies that are just going to throw shit in there and fuck up 2 perfectly good stories.
All right, so I guess that's the other side.
Yep.
Our 99th episode.
Wow.
We'll be back for May the 4th.
Yes, we will. Catch us May the 4th, our 1-year anniversary, our 100th episode.
We have all sorts of special guests. Eenie, Meanie. This is the other side.
You can breathe.
We're out.
You can blink. You can cry. Hell, you're all gonna be doing that.
Hey,